Hello boys and girls and welcome to lesson 5-6, writing fractions as decimals. What we're going to do is we're going to look at a couple of different ways of turning a fraction into a decimal. And I want to also show you how to use this, as you can see here, this table and a straight edge or a ruler to identify where the decimal falls. The fraction turns into a decimal. Okay, let's take a look at this and then let's look at the questions below on page 142, questions 1 to 12. And let's try different methods. Now, what I actually want you to do is to convert the fraction into a decimal by dividing, the way we've learned in class, by dividing, the one that we call Mr. Mendes' style. So you're going to divide the fraction to get the decimal. And then use this table right here behind me to check to see if your answer is correct. Okay, let's get started with that. Okay, let's see what we have here. Let's identify what we have. Over here, we have a whole. Okay, this whole bar is 1, as you can see, right? It's 1, from 0 to 1. Got it? And we also have down here a ruler from 0 to 1. And they're lined up, 0 with 0 and 1 with 1. Okay? If we look at the whole right here, the 1, we're going to break it up into halves in the next one. So we have a half and another half. And then we're going to break it up again into thirds. 1, 2, and 3. 1/3, another third, and another third. Then we're going to take this whole 1 and break it up into quarters. 1/4. Okay? What we want you to do now is to find what 1/4 is. For example, here's a quarter. Actually, let's start easier. Here's the 1. Here's the half, right? Because we cut it in half, half here and half here. Here's the half. If we use a straight edge and we go straight down, you will see what it is as a decimal. It's 0.5, a half. Let's look at the thirds. Here's a third and here's a third. 1/3 is 0.33. You see that? And 2/3, 1 and 2/3 would be 0.66. Okay? 1/4, let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 quarters. Okay? We have the quarters here. A quarter is equal to 0.25. 2 quarters is equal to a half. 3 quarters is equal to 0.75, as you can see. And it goes on like that, boys and girls. 1/7 is right here. Okay, 1/7. 1/8. See that 1/8 is 0.125 about right there. You can check it with a ruler. Up to 1/16. Look at 1/16. 1/16 would be 0.6. Okay, look at that. 0.06, I'm sorry. Okay, so you can use a ruler just to check your answers. Now let's get started with questions 1 to 12. As we saw, 1/3 was 0.33. That's a way to check. But as I said before, please use the division method to write a decimal. Let's try one. Let's do number 5, 1/8. Okay? Let's do 1/8. I'll put it here to the side. Okay? 1/8. Now remember what I taught you. You know that it's a fraction, a number between 0 and 1, so it's 0 decimal. That's what you will put. And now you can go ahead and work with it. How many 8s are in 10? Well, if you say 1, you just write down 1. And you know that you have a remainder of 2, right? You have a remainder of 2. That actually becomes the number 20. And you ask yourself, how many 8s are in 20? Okay, you say 2. Okay, so you write 2. And now you have a remainder from, because 8 times 2 is 16. Now you have a remainder of 4. So your new number becomes 4, or we say 40. How many 8s are in 40? 8 times 5 equals 40. And there you have it, boys and girls. 1/10 equals 0.125. As you see right there. 1/10. 1/8, sorry. 1/8 equals 0.125. Put a star next to that answer. That's one of our key answers. And now let's do Let's do number 11. 3 7/8. 3 and 7/8. Okay? Look, the 3 is the whole number and it's already been given to us. So really we're only working with the 7/8. Okay? Let's work with that. 7/8. Okay, 7/8. And let's see, we know that it's a fraction. Okay, so it's a zero decimal, it's a smaller number. And let's go ahead and now work with our division. Turn it into 70. 8 times 8 equals 64. So 8. And from 64 to 70, I have a remainder of 6, which we turn into 60. Okay? How many 8s in 60? 8 times 7 equals 56, which gives me from 56 to 60, okay, I have 4. A remainder of 4, which is now 40, and then 8 times 5 equals 40. And there we have it. Okay? So 7/8 equals 0.825. But we're not going to write 0 because we've already been given the whole number as 3. So we write 8, 7, 5. And that's another key answer. Let's do one more. Let's try number 12. 9 and 5/6. Okay? Let's try that. We'll place that here. And we're going to write, remember that we've already been given the 9, right? So let's just write the 9 right where it goes. Okay? It goes right there. And let's just work with the 5/6. 5/6. We know it's a decimal. Okay? So we're going to 0 decimal. And now let's work with the number 50. How many 6 are in 50? Well, I know that 6 times 8 equals 48. So 50 minus 48 equals 2. But we want to turn that into 20. And how many 6 are in 20? 6 times 3 equals 18. And we have 2 again. So it's going to continue repeating into 20s. So we know that the 3 is going to be bar notation. It's going to continue to repeat. So our answer is 9.83 bar notation for the 3. This is going to continue to repeat there. Okay, boys and girls, write this one down as well. Oh, what happened there? Let's see what. As you see what it says here, directions for filling in the blank to the left, so these ones, okay, to the left, of each fraction will be given in the next lesson, okay? We will figure out what we need to do on the left side on the next lesson, or in the next lesson. I'm assuming it's probably going to be the improper fraction and the mixed number and then the decimal. Or simply the percent as well. Okay, we'll be ready for that when it comes. And don't forget to star this one as well as your third key answer.